Hey, buddy.
Champions of
Y- y-
England
I'm not, well, I'm wearing it on my pants. Finally. Oh my God.
back
It was
on the top.
exactly where we should be. Oh my God, man. I'm
I
sorry.
I
It
I
should have been done
wish
yesterday. I've been a bit busy. I'm still not there yet. I haven't believed that it's happened. I've heard every podcast, every news, every غضب مال Allah, as we say back home. And I'm really, I don't know what to say, man. It's been, you said it yesterday. You said it exactly the way it was. Um, I don't, I can't express my feelings. We've been saying it for days, even weeks, but when it happened yesterday and celebrating it with the fans, I can't remember when I celebrated that way. You get me? Watching the fans actually, I mean, the last time we experienced something like this was last year when it was a disappointment when Klopp was leaving, right? There was a celebration and all this shit, and it was as devastating in a way. This one's like you're over the moon. What do you think? I mean, sorry, I just, I'm trying to
no,
get everything out there.
I'm still in the party mood. I'm still it hasn't sunk in yet, I have
No,
to say. They
no,
made it look so easy.
yes,
It doesn't feel real. It's really surreal. The way they made it, the way, I mean, credit to Slot, how calm, how cool he is. Even in these moments, very well measured with his responses. He made it look so normal. I hope this is the beginning of something we will get used to. I would love to get used to winning so comfortably, so easy, I would say, uh, with confidence. I mean, I have to get. I'm still in the mood of party. I'm still going through all the videos, all the reactions, and everything. It still hasn't sunk in. The only thing is that, gets you back to reality. Every single website, when you click on every single podcast, you'll see Liverpool back number 20, the biggest club in England. If there was someone I would love to sit against today, it's Sir Alex Ferguson.
oh yeah, I'm sure that he's not having a good time. Honestly,
Uh,
I don't think any United fan is having a good time. I got some congratulations from my Arsenal fans, um, a few Real Madrid fans, and a Chelsea fan, but. One of my Arsenal fans that I mean, yeah, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. If it was United, I wouldn't have. I'd just give a thumbs up or something like that. I don't think I have it in me to say congratulations to them. But as you said, he yesterday surprisingly we were 3-1 up, and he was so animated. I was like, where's all this coming from? Normally he's animated when we're in a position of like we're still tied in the game or losing the game and a bad decision from the referee. I don't think the referee made many bad calls yesterday, to be fairly honest. I was upset with the linesman lifting the flag for the goal for the Diaz goal. It just ruined the celebration. You should keep your freaking flag down because it was too tight. But it's just seeing the fans again, seeing the fans enjoy that. The minute we went down, Maz, I was like, oh, nice. Tottenham are going to make it exciting. And you know me, I'm always pessimistic. I'm always on top of people when they make mistakes. I'm always picking out whoever screws up. But believe me, when that goal went in, I was like, thank God, it's going to be exciting a slight bit. And it was like 5 minutes later we score. So I wasn't worried. Believe I was not worried that we would even draw the game. I told my boys this is going to be a goal fest. Okay. So sit back and enjoy it. And I think I got it spot on. Five beautiful goals. I think besides the last one wasn't that great, but the whole build up to the last goal was great. McAllister's sweet strike. Oh my God, what a screamer that was. the build up to the first goal also, Szoboszlai's movement. There's so much to talk about that happened within a period of like a couple of hours, honestly. The
Yeah.
celebrations afterwards, Mo Salah's celebration for his goal, um, Darwin Núñez and trying to be a good guy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
No, the whole day was perfect. Slop summed it better. He said there was no way we're gonna lose. We were losing this match. Uh, it was not in the books, even when they scored. As a matter of fact, I liked it when they scored first because I was
Yes,
afraid of a scenario where we're gonna go and score a goal in the first 5 6 minutes, and then we will relax after that and probably give them the space. But this was just like the motivation. Oh, we need it, as if we didn't need a trigger. Okay, thank you so much. We got the
yes,
trigger. And the
yeah.
response was amazing. I mean, they were really lucky they didn't end 7-8. That was could have easily ended 7 or 8
If
with all
if
the
if
chances.
if we were
But
as clinical as we normally are, yes, I agree. Well taken goal, by the way. For it
Sri
had to
Lanka,
be Solanke.
yeah,
It
yeah,
had to be him. I
yeah.
swear. It's always like the people you sell that come
I,
and
I
haunt you
I
back.
I always feel for these players. You leave the team, you love the club, but you're forced to leave for one reason or another, and then you come back and you see them champions. And definitely, there's part of him wishing he would have been part of this team, he stayed even as a
Definitely,
as a squad player. Uh, you
definitely,
know, not many can claim they've won the Premier League. It's very hard with the City dominance. It's very hard to win the Premier League. For some of the Liverpool players to do it twice within 5 years, I would say that is a huge achievement. Working within the model what we as Liverpool do, we don't go and splash money out of nothing. We stay within our budget. I mean, that is above all, that is the best trophy, along with the club's one and the club history, because nobody expected it. The first one, nobody expected how we dominated. We were at a point where I think we were 25 points ahead, and this season, since November, we're on top of the league since November, cruising at a point. Yes, we were scared at some points, but if we go back and look at it, we were always in control.
uh, this is yeah. I wanted to touch up on that. A good point that you bring up. Being the pessimistic man I am, it's just that it's so horrible to see it go. You get me? Last year's drop, if you remember,
Yeah,
that was devastating. Don't tell me. It really hurt. Although we weren't in the same position we were this year,
yeah,
right? I mean, people say we were, but we weren't. The players weren't. Some of the players weren't um, contributing the way they should be. The Losing the FA Cup was, for some reason, a huge blow for everyone else. I don't know why. Once we lost that game, it went downhill from there. The mistakes at the back, there was, I mean, we've seen it uh, more than once where we throw it away, and it would have been it would have hurt for me it would have been a catastrophe if we had let this one go so that but now as you said when you look at it I mean really we lost only one game.
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
really it's a Fulham game in the second half of the season. There was one at the first and the one at the second, and I think Liverpool, well, now, people, again, we go back to the argument, this is Klopp's team. Yeah, I understand, but I mean, it's not, it's big shoes to fill for Arne Slot, right? I mean,
Definitely.
the gaffer's not there anymore,
Yeah,
you know,
and
he said
the guy, yeah,
yeah,
the guy didn't deny it. I mean, he was
no,
very clear.
exactly.
He said this is the foundations as a team and as a mentality. He said both were by Klopp and Pep Linders. He mentioned them both specifically for the squad, the quality in the squad, and the mentality, the winning mentality, the fighting spirit. He acknowledges it's from Klopp. He just tweaked the system a little bit, steadied the ship, and it is a huge achievement.
Calmed it a bit,
No
calmed it
one
down a
on
bit,
earth,
yes.
yeah, no one on earth I even doubt that he expected it will go
No,
this
of
way.
course not. I
Even
don't
he,
think any of the players really believed in that, but they liked what they were listening to. They in training, you can sense there's the smiles on the faces at training. I saw a few of the training sessions throughout the year, and I'm like, can they? Now, people talk about, oh, Liverpool's fixtures were easy at the start. Buddy, there's no easy game in the Premier League. I think this
no,
specific season, there wasn't a single game that was easy.
no,
We made
sure.
it a meal out of the um, Ipswich game, the first one of the season. The first half we were shit. Second half we kind of built up the momentum and we won it. And then that just was the story most of the games throughout the season. Still, I don't like the fact that we play only first 45 minutes we give them a head start. But I think as much as it's Klopp's team, and he deserves a lot of credit for it, I think Slot for coming in, and we've touched upon this subject a lot, you and I. Um, when you see Amorim come in and try to change everything, uh, no, you kind of test the waters for God's sake. Slot thought that there wasn't much missing. There was certain things that he didn't like about the system that he tweaked, and all of a sudden you're champions. Now again, a lot of teams fell off of the back of the truck, like Cities, the Chelseas, this and that. But that's not Liverpool's fault. They did their part of the business, didn't they?
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, by the way, Chelsea was never in the mix. City fell off the truck. Arsenal fell off the truck, but it's their own fault. I mean, City didn't refresh their aging team. They paid for it. Something happened, obviously, because that doesn't justify losing 8 or 7 games in a row, or not winning for 11 games in a row. Arsenal are the victims of their own decisions. I mean, everybody said they needed a striker. They didn't go and buy a striker. They stuck with whom they've got, and they paid for it. It's exactly the situation Liverpool was 3 years ago when we got injuries in all departments, and we ended up third. By the way, they will end up probably second, but it's the same. It's part of football, part of the nature
Yeah, I
of football.
agree. Yeah,
Uh,
100%. I
I
agree with
mean,
that, man.
uh, at the end, it's a trophy in the cabinet. I mean, I would think United fans will cut their arms and legs for that one. No
Oh,
matter, not to mention the way they will win it. They don't care. So to win it, I mean, I don't care what others say. That's number 20. That's going to be an open parade on an open bus touring the city. Eat your heart.
you know what? They're trying to make it seem that it was a disappointing season because there was more out there to win. Like, guys, at the start of the season, we wanted top four. I
Yeah,
mean, that would have been an achievement by
the
itself.
the more they cry, the sweeter it
Yeah,
tastes.
I swear you're right. Yes,
I mean,
and
right now we're living on joy and we're living on their tears. So keep it
I
going.
swear, Maz, I couldn't be happier. I'm over the moon. I think the proper celebration would be when we actually see Van Dijk with tears
Lift
in
the
his eyes,
trophy.
yeah, lifting that trophy. And as much as I love the celebrations of the first one and the Klopp, but not having the fans there that it doesn't make it that special. With all due respect, it was a great trophy. COVID kind of ruined it for us. Now, coming back to another point, Maz, what a class act from Slot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
honestly,
didn't see that coming.
no, I didn't either. I mean, when he did it, I was like, you know what? That is the perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
I
No,
swear.
no,
It just shows you
nobody,
how class
nobody,
he is. Yes.
truly nobody ever expected it. This
No,
was
and
his
did
first
you see the
words.
fans? The
Yeah.
fans were like, "Oh my God, you did this! Here you go, buddy."
His
It,
first words after winning the Premier League. The
oh
first
my
ever
God.
words was your, and he mentioned it. He said what Jurgen did in the history of football, that's the first time ever a manager would do this for another manager who's going to succeed him. And he did the opposite, which is also the first time ever that someone will do it. It just shows you
The
Slot
culture.
sits.
The
The
culture of
slot
this club.
slot fits in. He
Yes,
understands the culture. He's
exactly.
classy, even in his responses. He's classy. He doesn't drag himself into these, and even in the press conferences, he always keeps his composure, always respectful for others, very calm. He doesn't give away much, when it comes to everything Liverpool we do as Liverpool stays in house. It's something that, by the way, Klopp restored when he came. Before
Yes.
Klopp, we had leaks all left, right, and
Oh my
center.
God, tell me about it.
Rumors
Tell me about it.
coming, stuff
Yeah.
coming out of the dressing room. Everything was on there on the media. When Klopp came, we restored it, and Slot even made it more better, more classier. You see it, you feel it. I mean, I would say I had doubts because as a Dutch coach coming from the Dutch league, no Dutch coach ever won something in
For
the
God's
Premier
sakes,
League.
could you just tell me how they pronounce that league?
Yeah, it's the Eredivisie. It's it's quite different. Yeah, and by the way, because you kept saying it the whole season, it's Gravenberch. It's not Gravenberch. They don't pronounce the G.
I don't give a
The-
rat's ass.
so
I'm not Dutch.
it's his name. It's his name, and he deserves to be pronounced as he wants it.
I
And
I agree. I love the guy.
yeah,
Don't
what
get
a
he
season!
was
What a season for him!
oh my God,
What
he
a
was
revelation
on the
for him!
pitch yesterday. I didn't see that tiredness that he had. He was, I mean, how I couldn't pick a man of the match yesterday. Believe it or not, I really couldn't. I mean, I saw Salah do a lot of good things. I saw both our defenders. I saw Robertson, the old Robertson. I saw Sabuzlai everywhere. And then when McAllister, they took him off
Yeah.
and showed the touches on the pitch. I'm like, my God. I mean, put him back in goal. That's the only place he didn't really, do anything. Put him instead of Allison, for God's sake, so he gets the touch there.
It's such a season for. Well, we'll go back to Gravenberch because it was just a revelation for him this season. No one saw that coming. Also, I'm not sure it was meant to be because everybody knew that we were after Zubimendi. And if Zubimendi were to be a Liverpool player, probably he would have been played as number 6 with Gravenberch together. But since that didn't happen, he took the chance. And he is now one of the top players in the world in that position. I mean, credit to him. He took the challenge,
Yeah,
he took the
yeah, yeah.
chance, and he put his heart on the
He
field
he ma- he
every
made it his
single time.
he made that position his own. My God,
That
he's
that is not easy because look, let's be fair. McAllister is a World Cup winner. He plays with Messi. That's enough.
mm,
Soboslai is the captain of Hungary. He's the
hungry.
captain of the national team. Gravenberch, this is actually his first ever season since he left Ajax, who actually he played regularly. And that was 3 seasons, I think. He was low on confidence, never given a chance in Bayern Munich. Even when he moved to Liverpool, he was a part player. He was never a starter. To be thrown into the mix as a starter, he took his chance. I mean, his mentality as strong as ever. He kept composure. You would expect from youngsters, after 10, 15 matches, they're on the top of their game, they will go a little bit relaxed. They'll have this.
No, not him.
No, he kept on. He kept on. Heads
What a
down, work
player.
hard.
Everyone's giving him the praise. I'm sorry, Maz. I'm lost for words to explain exactly how I feel towards this guy.
Yeah,
I mean, we knew there was a footballer there. Okay,
yeah,
we knew. You can tell the way he moves on the pitch, everything he does. Last season, we knew Gravenberch is something, but to actually seize the moment and make that position his own and contribute left, right, and center without being, I mean, being still young also, it just makes me confident that I see what Klopp saw in him, and I respect what Slot has put into this kid. You know, all the trust, everything, well deserved. He got the best out of him.
yeah,
Even McAllister's improved. There's a lot, but Gravenberch, I think, is the star man of this season. I mean, he's the one that went beyond expectations.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope he can build on it. I think he will. If anything, Slot is very well known of developing. players to maximize their strengths. This is one of his traits in Netherlands. The challenge was, would he or can he replicate this in the Premier League? Because that's a totally different animal. Apparently, he did so. We'll come to discuss that definitely in a special episode about the tweaks, about Slot's man management, because everything coming out from Salah, from even from Trent, from everyone coming out, it's only praise for Slot, and that is huge for players who played under Klopp. He is, if not the best, he's one of the best ever the last 2 decades. So to have players coming giving so much praise for another manager having trained on the club for years, that says it all. How good he is.
I,
I mean,
what can I say? What
yeah,
can I say? It's not easy moving
I think
into a club at this
I will
point.
have to give credit to Michael Edwards. He was spot on
Yeah, you owe him
choosing
an apology.
not Richard Hughes.
Oh,
Michael,
sorry,
I was
but
never against Michael Edwards. Richard Hughes, no, he took a gamble. It paid off, but it wasn't a gamble. I wouldn't do it that way.
no,
But
no,
anyway,
no.
it
I don't
paid.
think
It
anyone
paid
would.
off.
Yeah.
It paid off. He was lucky it paid off. But Slot was, I think, mostly Michael Edwards' choice because back then Richard Hughes was still the sporting director of Bournemouth. I know he had one eye on the job, but the, the the decision to choose Slot was made earlier. Remember, even when Klopp sang his name, it was known for him earlier than this. So Michael Edwards, and he was spot on. He was spot on.
I don't think.
Just imagine Amovium coming and said, you know what, we're going to play the three defenders system. Just imagine. And he's been very well known that he sticks to the only thing he knows. So imagine he came, he changed the whole system, and we played with, should I tell you the disaster season we would have had?
To be honest, Maz, with the players' mentality that we have, I think he would have done a better job than he did at United, but not as good as the job that Arne
Uh,
Slot did.
yeah, look, Liverpool will never be the 15th or the 14th.
That's exactly my point.
Never.
I mean, it couldn't have been a better day, to be honest, Mazen, yesterday. I mean, United drawing and playing
Uh,
half an hour
they were
against 10
lucky.
men Bournemouth. My God. If Bournemouth really focused, they would have been 2-0 up. And I'm against the red card. Anyway, and then our boys delivering the goods, especially on a night like this or a day, afternoon that it was. Yes. Again, we go back, our celebrations, Arne Slott's praise, you name it, everyone, I think, was at the top of their game that day. The fans were just ecstatic. I mean,
Incredible.
I swear the
Incredible.
atmosphere, the celebration for the goals, it was another level. You can
Yeah, yeah,
sense
yeah,
the frustration that was building up the past 5 years that we haven't won it again. And it was like, boom,
yeah,
we didn't get to celebrate it, but now we'll show you how a celebration is done. And it was just a perfect day for everyone. I had tears in my eyes, man. I couldn't really believe it because the last one we won, we had known already months before we won it. And we knew at the same time that we're not going to celebrate it. Okay, the fans tried their best to celebrate, but this one was like, oh my God, man, I'm still having goosebumps, just remembering,
yeah,
remembering how the fans, the faces, there was a poet. I don't know if you saw it on YouTube. A guy did this a nice poetry about how Liverpool won the league, and the photos mostly were photos of the fans and the city, of course,
yeah.
and of course the players. But it it was so touching this morning when I listened to it. I had I me being a softie sometimes. I had tears in my eyes. I swear. I don't know. I'm 50. I'm gonna turn 53 soon, and I'm like, man, it's different. This club is different. I don't care what people say. This club, this city,
This
the
club,
culture, the fans all over the world. Never in your life, if you remember, Maz, I met Liverpool fans in Malaysia when I went for a trip, Sri Lanka, and it's like you love each other. I used to walk with the jersey in Dubai, and this guy would come up to me and say, "That's a damn good jersey, buddy," you know. And it it I told my wife, "Look, this I don't think any other club has this."
No,
Okay,
no, no.
and it's we love each other. You don't know the person. He's wearing the jersey. You love him. That's it.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I've attended few games when Liverpool played in Europe, and you just go into a red zone with the fans. They will buy anything you want. Just you know, just part of the family, of the friends. Nobody will ask anything. It's just big group. It's like your buddies, and you haven't seen them for a
It's like a
while.
family. It's like
Yeah,
a family. Your cousin, you haven't seen him in 5 years. You know, all of a sudden shows up. And remember when Muzi went to the final in
Athens. Yeah,
2007? He
yeah,
came back. He was
yeah.
like, I mean, he was happy after losing. We were devastated here, but he was because he celebrated after the game. I mean, who would do that? I
Liverpool.
I guarantee you, no other club would
No,
celebrate
I
losing a Champions
remember,
League final.
yeah, remember when Klopp lost the Champions League final and he celebrated and he promised the fans we're gonna win it and he's done it.
He
Only
delivered the
Yeah,
next year. Yeah, it's
only Liverpool.
different.
Yeah, and look at the celebration yesterday. I mean, with all been said, the reception that Nunez and Trent got from the fans, despite everything negative has been said, despite even the silly, childish actions which they've done or haven't done the last few months. Look at the celebration as heroes. Nunez
Yeah,
was they were singing his name. Trent
that's
they
true.
were jubilant with them. This shows you the class the fans are.
Yeah. They don't forget. They don't forget one of their own. I got a message on Facebook today from Adrian congratulating Liverpool fans, and once the red, always the red, man. He was called upon a handful of games and delivered the goods. The Super Cup. I remember a few other games, one with West Ham, if you remember that amazing save he made, and it's like it's different. I mean, even ex-players s- talk
No,
about it differently.
it just takes some players to play for a season or two, and they are proudly mentioning Liverpool as their team. I mean, look at
Exactly.
Colo Touré. Look at who was the
Bishkan.
Biscan. I mean, you look at those. Those didn't really were not really the influential players. Were not the stars. They didn't play much, but yet, well, look at Mourinho in Spain, for example. He wasn't the superstar. He wasn't even a star. He was sold by Liverpool. Yet he claims he's the Liverpool fan, and he's always proud, bragging about how he's a Liverpoolian. All it just shows you the bond between the fans, the players. You
Yeah,
you
we
can't
we we
find
go
that
we
anywhere.
I agree with you. I think we go beyond putting them on a shelf and idolizing and worshiping them as long as they wore that red jersey of ours. And it, I can't say that they don't deserve it. It's not an easy task to win any trophy in world football these days because uh, let's be honest, with City's dominance lately, before that Chelsea, before that maybe United and Arsenal at certain, and then before that United, it's not easy to go through, especially when you go on a drought for 30 years, which was what we went through. Now, you're going to tell me we won a few other trophies. It stayed important. That was our bread and butter, winning the league. In the 80s and the 70s, Liverpool were always there. If they're not
True.
first, they're second. The 30-year drought kind of financially had an impact on us. Champions League football had an impact on us. Um, I blame mostly Europe for that. But Maz, I don't know what to say, man. You know, I hope I'm making sense, and people out there think can get the gist of what I'm trying to say because in my head it sounds really great, but I'm not sure it's coming out the right way. It's I'm so um, it, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm going crazy, man. It's such a great feeling. And you know what, guys? I hope at some point you understand what I'm going through, not by winning the league, of course, some other way, because hopefully Liverpool will be dominant from
Yeah,
now to for the next few years.
we will. We will build on it.
I hope
It's
so,
only
man.
it's only gonna get better. Just imagine if we add three or four, superstars to this team, and this will go on for another at least 4 or 5 years. This again, uh, apart from Salah
Van
and
Dijk.
Van Dijk, probably Alisson also. The rest, they've easily got 4 or 5 years in them. Easily. This shows you
100%.
also
Yes.
the job that Klopp did, the rebuild, the midfield
I agree.
especially.
I agree.
I mean,
And
the
not
found, the
buying
found,
people in the summer paid off.
yeah,
I think we can't say, well, if we lost the league, we wouldn't be saying this really, but the way people are talking, and I think you know this, as in being, uh, from Holland and, seeing what's happening and what Slot's history is, but we didn't have major injuries this season.
no, because
And everyone's saying it's him. It's
yeah,
him and his staff.
yeah,
And I've
this is something we'll touch upon. It's the guy Michael. He's from Belgium, and he worked with the club here in Eindhoven. He is very well known here. Was known here that he looks individually at players and calculates the workloads for each one of them. At a point that he even advises Slot sometimes on how to what's best for them in terms of their position and their the demand during the game, not only the training. And this is one of the reasons, if you look, this was our best season ever in terms of injuries.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
never witnessed
even
a season like this. Never.
even Konate, and he was very well known as a prone, injury prone. Everybody knows that he plays 50%, even less every season. Never ever in his life he played a whole season. He was perfect.
That's exactly. I think it was Jota the
Yeah,
and with all the respect, Allison missed a chunk, but thank God we had Kelleher. But I think it was Jota's the only one that really had an issue, and it was all because of that Chelsea tackle that didn't get a red card, if you
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
And other than that, everyone else, maybe sorry, what's his name? Joe Gomez, but Joe Gomez has
No,
been,
Joe Gomez was unfortunate.
yeah,
Unfortunate, the hamstring and what followed. I mean, yeah, remember also the pitch at Plymouth was not the best. Anyway, it was unfortunate, but the rest, I mean, they were available for selection the whole season. Uh,
Gravenberch,
so
McAllister.
imagine if we get depth to
Oh
that
man.
squad. I mean, it's going to be amazing, incredible. Uh, Credit to all the players also. I mean, Curtis Jones, I mean, at a point he played right back. He did well. You feel it. You feel everybody's happy doing his part.
Well, if you're winning, Mazen, that's the best feeling ever. So you don't mind being um a cog in any part of
No,
uh,
I mean,
this squad.
look at Chiesa. He's an international, Italian international. He deserves to play more, definitely. No
True.
matter where he goes. I mean, not really, not 3 times in the Premier League. Definitely more. But every time we look at him, the guy is happy, smiling, and helping when he can. He jumps, he celebrates the goals. He's part of the team. This is something also very well known here in Netherlands for Slot. He gives everybody the feeling that you're part of the system and your contribution is valuable. And this is why you see they're all happy to do their part.
Yeah.
Nobody's complaining. I mean, in the beginning of the season, probably even Salah when he was changed a couple of times, Trent when he changed. Remember in the beginning of the season, he gave the long face and he was like, pissed off. It didn't happen after that. This is one of the things that credit to Slot, his man management. I mean, is brilliant. You
Well, you
you
look
can
at Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott didn't play as much as he did last season, but then he was one of the guys that
yeah
carried the bottle and sprayed. Arne Slot after the game. If you were pissed off, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
You're right. You
yeah,
might
yeah.
bash him on the head with the bottle, yeah, but not really spray him with champagne.
Yeah, it just goes to show you the guy is
Yeah,
behind the scenes is even more than what you see in
exactly.
front of the camera. There's a lot of work that has been done. It paid off. And as I said, there's only one way to go. It's gonna get better.
I hope so. You know what? I'm gonna take a rest because this one was really exhausting. I mean, I couldn't wait for it to be over, man. You cannot imagine.
Yeah, the
Yesterday, I
action.
slept so well. I think I told you this already. I slept so well, Maz. It's like I was, when you switch off and die and then wake up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then I woke up and then I was like, oh, we won it.
Well,
That,
there's something to look at, to look forward for. But next week the God of honor, the God of honor for the Chelsea. Uh, Arsenal is the most important one. They're gonna stand and give us the God of honor. I mean that alone is the trophy
I swear you're right. No, no. You know
from
what?
Arsenal. From
No,
Arsenal, that alone is worth
no,
it.
no, no. It's the Chelsea one that tickles my fancy. You know why?
The Casadio and
Thank
the
you very
Ladies.
much. They'll be giving us a
Yeah.
card one. They'll be
I mean,
thinking,
yeah, yeah. Casadio
oh my,
will give Gravenberch the God of honor. Yeah, thank you so much.
exactly. That's
And,
exactly why
you know what? I remember one of the Chelsea fans. We'll talk about that in another episode when he said you went from Enzo to Endo
uh,
as a sarcastic. Yeah, exactly. And
what's wrong with
Enzo
him
and Enzo is giving the God of honor to Endo
to Endo.
next week.
And to be honest, look at Endo. Another player that when
Yeah,
he was asked to do
yeah,
a job, he came and did it. Even if it
yeah,
was 5, 10 minutes. But look at the smile on his face.
yeah.
This
Very.
this tells you that this guy, you know what? I don't want to get carried away still. It's not his team yet. It will be next season. It'll be a tougher task next season.
I
But
think he will be sold, but look. This is what we're talking about. Players come in a year or two. They embed everything what represents Liverpool. They be
very
part of
true.
the family, the bond
Yeah,
with the fans, even if
true.
it's just a couple of years. You can't find
Still,
this anywhere else.
I still think that slot next season, it's a bigger task than this season, to be honest.
Staying on the top is harder. Everybody says that.
That's one point. The
That
next point, it will be his team. It will be his players because he's going to lose a lot this year. He's going to lose a few at least. But I think I think you know what? I can't stop talking about this. And you and I,
we will
when we
have
keep
the
on yapping, I swear, when
yeah
we keep on yapping, it's just a joy for me. Um, I think we've reached the end of this
yeah.
celebration. We'll
Guys,
have another one soon.
we're gonna do a series of episodes for Liverpool, analyzing everything. Next 3 or 4 episodes. It's gonna be fun, spicy also. Arsenal fans, stay tuned. You'll be mentioned also. United, you should watch these
No,
episodes.
guaranteed you'll be mentioned. Yeah, I mean, even if we don't want to talk about you guys, we will. So
You can't
it's
ignore United. Let's say
no, no, you can't.
you can't.
And guys, 20, just a reminder, you're not the biggest club in England anymore,
No,
as you so called it.
even your icon and legend Gavin Neville said it.
Oh my God. Oh my
Liverpool
God.
is the biggest club in England. To hear that from Guy Neville, priceless.
It's huge. It's
Music.
huge. Yeah,
It's
I hope
music.
he downgrades our achievement next season because if he says we're going to win the league, we're screwed.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Maz, always a pleasure, buddy.
Me too,
Okay, we'll
buddy.
keep in
We'll,
touch. All
we'll
right.
talk to you guys.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
buddy.
so much. We'll
Thank
talk
you,
to you
everyone.
soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.